videos, go ahead and subscribe and share them and hit that like button for me. Hey everybody, it's Matt with Everywhere Auto Repair. I'm eating chocolate. Today what we got going on, we're going to be replacing the alternator on a 2008 Cadillac CTS. It's me, Nimrod, and Tino. Tino's my new apprentice. He's been working with me a couple days. He's going to be taking the lead on this job and doing all the stuff while I tell him what to do. And basically he's never worked with any tools, never worked on cars or anything, and he's just getting a crash course on working on cars. So far he's been taking everything apart, and I really haven't had to show him much guidance on how to use tools. I just tell him what to take off, what bolts to remove. That's what we're going to do today. That's what I'm going to do for you guys. I'm going to tell you what bolts to take off, what bolts to remove. I'm going to make this real easy. See him running? See him running? That's what I like. He's running. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this oil cap off. And then take that cover off. Now we're going to disconnect the battery by taking this bolt off and getting this connector up and out of the way. Okay guys, the next step that you're doing after you disconnect the battery is you have to pull this ECU out of the way. I want to back up so that we can see where I'm looking. It's right here is the alternator down there, and you got to get the ECU out of the way to make it easy. Now the way that the ECU is held in is there's a flap on that side and on the other side also. And basically what I'm doing is, I'm taking two screwdrivers and I'm just jamming them in the side, and then I'm twisting them because the plastic flap is just working as a clip holding in the ECU. So I'm going to take both screwdrivers, get the flaps out of the way. At the same time, Tino is pulling up on it. Now you could do this alone, but since there's two of us, that's the way we're doing it. And it looks like he just got the ECU out. And then now you got that out, we're just going to take it and we're going to set it off to the side over here. And that's pretty much good enough. The next step that we're going to take is removing the serpentine belt. So we've got a 1/2 inch drive down here on this tensioner. We got ourselves a big old ratchet, big old flex head 120 XP gear wrench ratchet, and we got an extension to give us a little bit of offset. And now he's got the ratchet set to off, and then he's gonna take the tension off of the belt, and then he's gonna reach up over here and just slip the belt off. Now we're gonna be taking these 15mm bolts out. You see, this is the top one. We got the top one, and then we got two more 15mm here and here. And Tino's using a 15mm ratcheting wrench. And pretty simple. Got in on the top one, broke it loose, and then I'm gonna put you down in there. Journey into my world. So you see there's that one, and then there's that one. So it's pretty simple, guys. Just reach down in there. He's using a ratcheting wrench just because it's slim and it's easy to get on these bolts, but you don't have to have a ratcheting wrench for this job. As long as you take the ECU out of the way, you're gonna have plenty of room to work with. Okay, now he's got the alternator out and he's gonna disconnect that top connection right there. So you see that, it's just a button, or it's a little clip. You pull up on this little clip a little bit, and then the thing will slide off. And then right here, rotate it, and then you're gonna be able to see there's a little rubber boot on it that you gotta kind of fold up. Hold on, watch. See, the rubber boot pulls up like that. And then, okay, and we can see right here, this connection is held on by a 13mm nut. and we're gonna reach in there and grab it out right now. So when we were removing this terminal stud this terminal bolt right here, the stud was welded to, the nut was welded to the stud, and this just came off. So I imagine that that's part of the reason why the alternator was, it went out over time. It didn't just give out overnight. It was an intermittent thing for a while. Okay, so now he's got his electrical connection back on this terminal, and he's tightening it up. It's important to not over tighten it because you can strip these terminals out, break them off, whatnot. And now we're gonna put this little electrical connection back in. Click. Okay, so I got the thing and I just drop it down in here. It's not that complicated. Slide it in, and then I'm gonna line up the top bolt first. Let's get it in there, and I'm gonna start the threads, and then that's gonna let the alternator hang. All right, we got the 3 bolts tightened back down. 2 of them are a 15, 1 of them is a 13. The one in the back, the longer one in the back on the bottom, that was a 13. Something that we ran into, some trouble we ran into was with the electrical connection coming from the battery, the red cable. We had it pointing in a weird direction, and so we weren't able to mount the alternator the first time, so we had to take it back off, loosen that connection up again, and then angle it. I have it pointing the same direction that the plastic connection is pointing. More tension. You see he's sliding the belt back on, and then he's gonna let the tension off. Boom, there you go. See this little plastic clip thing that he took off? That's what holds our ECU, and he's gonna put that back right now. And now we're reinstalling our ECU back into its little plastic holder. Now he's gonna reconnect the battery. There you have it, guys. He reconnected the battery. He put the engine cover back on, and then he put the oil cap back on, and then there's your new alternator and your Cadillac CTS. So if this video helped you at all, I hope it did. I hope I make this thing, hope I make this stuff look easy, even though it can seem a little complicated sometimes. If it helped you at all, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. Keep an eye out for the hill, guys. What?